Good evening, investors. A fixed trader from GoldMedalPennyStocks.com here tonight, and I wanted to take a second to talk to you about the stock chart for DIGP, DigiPath Corporation, which is an OTC markets traded stock. So we're going to start from the top and work our way down here. We'll start with the RSI, which shows the relative strength of the stock, and we're going to pay attention first to the 14-period RSI, which is the one that is currently at 30.52 here. So what we want to notice about this indicator is that it's been trading at the oversold region for a while, and what that means is it's kind of due for an upside correction as far as this indicator points out, which means that we need to see some kind of bouncing action with the price per share here. Another thing worth pointing out with the RSI is that our 5-period RSI recently got a really strong spike up as we started to kind of test a bounce back down here, and it actually crossed over that 14-period RSI, which shows that we're seeing some short-term momentum pushing in, and we're looking for that 14-period RSI to follow with that uptrend. Now working our way down a little bit here, I want to point out the support and resistance levels. So you'll see that we're kind of we've set new support and resistance levels here recently as the price per share has kind of come down to this new low range here. Oh, actually, let's go back up and point this out really quickly. You'll see that while the price per share was actually hitting these new lows, the RSI was actually by and large trending upwards, and that is another bullish indicator called bullish divergence. So that's another thing that we've got working for us in terms of the short-term momentum kind of peaking up here. Anyway, now back down to the support and resistance levels. So I see here that we've got about this 3.22 cent area. We've got a nice little support level here. It seems to be holding pretty nicely, and once again, support and resistance kind of works as a zone rather than just a straight line. So just this whole area seems to have been holding pretty well and seems to be a pretty significant area as far as support goes on this chart at these new lows. Now as far as resistance goes, the first one I see in our way here is about this 4.5 cent range, just this kind of general area. You'll see that that seems to be the first resistance on our way to the upside. We just tested that. We've tested it a couple times over the course of the past like a week or so. So it's looking like we're kind of moving in that direction for a crossover here, but that's the first line that we're looking to break there, or the first zone rather. And beyond that, we're looking at about the 7 cent area. Seems to be another kind of area that we're going to want to break. You can see I'm kind of drawing it there for you. So those are going to be the crucial lines for us to break, and that 3.22 cent area seems to be the crucial support that we want to see hold here. Now, another thing we want to point out here is that the short-term momentum is really starting to make its shift. You'll see that the PARSAR just recently flipped below the price per share, which is giving the buy signal as far as that indicator goes. It's a short-term momentum indicator that kind of points the direction of the new trend here. So we are starting to see, with this being below the price per share, that we're getting more bullish and more indicators are flipping that way. Next, I want to point out that the buy side volume is picking up, and it has been here over the course of the past week or so here. As you can see, we've seen some pretty substantial green volume days following that really big kind of sell-off that we'd seen. So ever since we saw these really big sell-off days, we've been kind of picking up and seeing a lot more green action here, which is really good. We're seeing accumulation. People are kind of loading up on these low-price shares looking for some nice returns from the looks of things. So seeing that accumulation kind of starting to peak up is a really good sign, as people are going to be holding for gains. Now, to kind of continue pointing out the short-term momentum spikes we've been seeing here, you can see that the MACD has recently also gotten its bullish crossover and has started a nice little uptrend here. And that is also getting bullish divergence. As you can see, it's got a nice solid uptrend while the price per share was hitting new lows. So we are seeing some really nice short-term momentum kind of coming in here, as is confirmed by the MACD, the RSI, the PARSAR, and you can see that our trick seems to be bottomed out and getting really close to that bullish crossover as well. The spread between the signal line here has just decreased, and it looks like it's about to get that bullish crossover. With a little bit more bullish action, it should actually get that cross. And the last indicator I want to point out on this chart tonight would be the Williams %R indicator. And again, I've said that we'd like to see this up in this range up here above -20. We're currently at -77.27, but what I really want to point out here is that we've seen a pretty aggressive spike up in the past couple of days. So if we see this continue to kind of trudge up to that bullish region, that would be a very good sign. So that's another indicator that we want to watch. And this one is, again, another short-term momentum indicator. So watch for a spike up on the Williams %R, watch for that crossover on that Trix, and watch for the MACD to continue to spread from its signal line. Or you could just watch this histogram grow larger and larger. We're watching for accumulation to continue coming in. We want to see more green volume bars and bigger ones, and then we want to see that these resistance levels at 4.5 cents and 7 cents kind of get broken here. So all in all, stock chart for DIGP looking pretty good. Once again, I'm not a professional financial advisor, so take everything I say at entertainment face value only. Don't base a buy, hold, or sell decision on anything that I've said. Thanks for watching, and good luck trading.